Yeah, man, is this sucker, 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 the lowercase p with three S's for a triple dose of that sucker stuff? Oh, yeah, man, it's Freeze the Pimp on your line, man. Hey, listen, man, you around your partners at all, man? Are y'all all together? Oh, you is? Okay, cool, man. Listen, I need you to do me a favor and put a pimp on speakerphone, man, because I got a message for all of y'all. You dig? Okay, y'all can hear me? Okay, cool, man. Check this out, man. I just want to let all you guys know, man, that little broad that you thought you had some action with, man. Yeah, algorithm. Yeah, on Instagram, she algorithm underscore 304. Yeah, man, I just wanted to let y'all know, man, that I got the broad, man. You know, I know y'all thought that she was for everybody, you know, the algorithm and everything like that, and you probably never imagined it. One pimp could knock all of y'all for the algorithm and had an algorithm to itself. But I'll just let you know, man, yeah, Freeze is it, man. The pimp. I got the algorithm, man. So when you see the algorithm down and around, moving around and doing her thing and all that, and she stay in pocket on you and don't want to give you no action, man, just you know, understand that she in pocket for a pimp, though. You dig? So yeah, man, it's gonna be all good, though, man. Hey, listen, man, I know y'all, you know, man, I know you probably don't want to you want to refuse the news, man, but it's still some news you could use, man. Don't call the police on me, man. Don't try to beat me up or get violent with me when you see me, man. It's all good, man. You know, y'all could do something else with your life, man. It's just the algorithm ain't for you, man. She staying in pocket on you now, man. You know, it's all right. It ain't the end of the world. You dig? But yeah, man, I just want to let y'all know that, man. I see y'all in traffic, man. Oh, man, I love this game. Y'all already know what to do, though. Wipe your feet off at the door when you step into a pimp's domain. Let's go.
Bitch, you want all this pimping you can't afford. Perform like a punk, but wanna win his reward. Some suckers give you points, but bitch, you never scored. If you ain't paying pimping, then bitch, you getting ignored. Okay. I'm so sick of these.
See, this is what I love about these platforms and the internet and all that, right? Because it gives me the opportunity to get directly but indirectly at all the lames, man, that, you know, just can't help themselves. They just gotta hate on this game, man, you know? And I love this because, you know, I get to speak to y'all directly and nobody knows who you are, but you know who you are, though. You dig? So this message is for y'all, man. Pimp ain't got to say your names, you know, and I know it's gonna reach you because y'all my number one fans, man. Y'all can't help it. Y'all gotta watch Freeze. As much as you claim to not like me, as much as you claim to, you know, dislike me for one reason or another, you just can't help yourself. You're gonna watch this pimping, man. So yeah, man, that's the beautiful thing about this, man. And what else is beautiful about this internet is that, you know, like I said, the pimp knocked y'all for the algorithm, and the algorithm is staying all the way in pocket on y'all. The algorithm does not want to give you no action. So that means that whatever little hater stuff y'all doing, or, you know, jealous, obsessed fan stuff y'all doing, hey, man, nobody's gonna see it. Nobody's gonna hear it. Because the shit is boo-boo. You dig? But, you know, all jokes aside, well, nah, I can't say all jokes aside because all this shit is funny as hell, but it's a lot of game involved in this shit too, right? But listen, man, a lot of y'all just can't keep Free's name out your mouth. A lot of y'all just gotta, you know, slander me and talk down on me. And most of y'all don't even know me. Some of y'all pretend to know me. A lot of y'all don't know me. But whether you do know me or not, what you don't understand is, hey, man, all that, you know, slandering other individuals, it don't even have to be myself. Slandering other people, if you pay attention, a lot of y'all been doing that for years. And, you know, some of you have seen other people, the ones of y'all who haven't been doing it for years, you've seen other people do it for years. What has it gained you? You know, y'all don't get the clout that you want. I'm starting to think y'all don't even want money because you don't get no money out of it. I don't know, maybe it just makes you feel good to lie on a pimp and slander a pimp and all that type of stuff, but it's to no avail. It does you no good. You know, like I said, the algorithm don't mess with you, so it's not even reaching people. You know, it might reach the handful of people in the game that are familiar with you, but you're not reaching a mass audience of people doing all of this sucker shit. So like, I'm curious to know, like, what gratification do you get out of that? What satisfaction do you get out of that? Right? I'm curious, but at the same time, I do know that not everything is meant for everybody to understand. And, you know, I'm not meant to understand everything. So I don't stress myself out trying to understand things that I'm not meant to understand. Right. And I'll never understand why suckers do what they do. To a certain extent, I do. I understand y'all don't like yourselves, and I'm a constant reminder of why you don't like yourselves. But, you know, other than that, I'm not going to get too deep into why suckers do what they do. But, you know, I just want people to understand when they see this, that, you know, this is what comes with the territory of just loving yourself and being yourself, right? See, all these people that slandering me and lying on me and acting like they know me, but they don't, and making up stories on me and all this type of stuff. What they don't understand is that, you know, the deeper you get into that, the further you get away from being yourself. And the further you get away from being yourself, the more lost you're going to be and the more unsuccessful you're going to be. You got to be yourself. And, you know, the internet, that's one thing about the internet, right? For you younger people, I want you to understand this, because, you know, y'all wasn't around during a time where social media wasn't as prevalent as it is now, right? Some of y'all, this is all you know. But let me explain something to you for the people who was adults back in the days and you know, they older now. A lot of people were losers in life. A lot of people never, you know, a lot of these guys, I'll say especially, right? A lot of these guys never had their way with the ladies. They tried to be pimps and that shit didn't work. They tried to be hustlers and dope dealers. That shit didn't work. They tried to start a business. Everything that they do don't work, right? And on top of that, they never had respect. They never had notoriety. They never had popularity, right? So when they came across this social media thing, when this thing became the thing, you know, now they see an opportunity to have something that they never had and be something that they never was, right? But what they don't understand is, you know, being genuine takes you a long way. And a lot of cats, they get addicted to this shit like a drug, and you already know how drugs play on people's minds. You know, people get beside themselves and they start acting like somebody other than themselves when they under the influence of drugs, right? So that's the type of effect that this social media has on people, right? But they get on here, some of these older people, and they see an opportunity to, like, again, have something and be something that they never had or was. But, you know, they get so wrapped up in it and they don't understand that, you know, just like you was a nobody before social media, you a nobody now. And, you know, you was meant to be a nobody. Now, certain nobodies, you know, they slip up on a banana peel and land on success. And, you know, they get on social media and they become somebody all of a sudden when they was a nobody to begin with. But most of them, that's not the case. Most of them been losers and they gonna continue to be losers, right? So for the young people, what I want you to understand is that, hey man, when it all boils down, at the end of the day, nothing beats being yourself. Be genuine, be yourself, invest in yourself, learn yourself so that you can be the best version of yourself that you can be, but nonetheless, always remain yourself, right? I'm not perfect. I'm far from perfect, right? I didn't graduate high school. I didn't get my GED until 2017, and that's because I was almost forced to, because that was part of the conditions to get off probation at the time. Been to prison, right? Then been homeless before, then been leaking about this game, just everything, right? I'm far from perfect. You know, what you see right now is the results of, you know, years of trial and error and, you know, getting up and dusting myself off and keeping it pushing and getting knocked down and left and right, you know, you name it. I just want you to understand that I'm far from perfect. But the reason why my messages resonate with people is because I'm being myself. I'm not trying to be anybody that I never was. I'm not trying to be something that I wish I was. I'm being myself. And real recognizes real. So old cliche, but it's so true. Real recognizes real, right? So, you know, even if I was a bum, even if I was living in a tent under a bridge or something, you know, I still got game and I'm still who I am. So no matter what my situation is, I'm going to be the same individual and I'm going to have the same things to say and the same game to give. So, you know, it's going to resonate with people and people going to gravitate to it because real recognizes real. You know, some of y'all, I'm pretty sure you've had same experiences like me, like what I'm talking about. You know, you might meet a homeless person and have a conversation with them and realize like, damn, this person is really somebody. They got something to say. They got game. They got information. I learned from this conversation, this experience with this person, even though they out here busting and disgusted, right? I'm just giving you that example so that you understand, you know, not to let the appearance be the interference when it comes to people, right? And, you know, understand too that nobody is perfect. And I don't want you to think that I'm trying to portray myself as this perfect individual, right? But nothing beats being yourself. That's the best thing you can be is yourself. But work on yourself, invest in yourself, build equity in yourself so that you can be the best version of yourself that you can possibly be. And another reason why these suckers ain't gonna never prosper is because they don't understand the concept of service, right? All these suckers that get on the internet talking down on me, talking down on Sinful to P, talking down on other individuals, they don't understand the concept of service. They don't understand how important service is. And when you have the nature of being of service to people, how that serves you in return, how you get blessed in return because you're being of service to people, right? And one way that I do my best to the service that I do my best to provide to people is that of inspiration. I want to inspire people to be better, right? That's part of the service that I provide to you. That's part of the reason why I'm even on this internet in the first place is because I want to inspire people to be better than I ever was, better than you ever thought you could be, right? I want to open your mind up and get you to understand the possibilities of how much better you can be if you just have the inspiration and be inclined to do so, right? But being of service, that's one of the best things that you can do in life, right? That's how you get blessed. But these people, they so wrapped up in their nonsense and they're not serving anybody. You're not providing anybody any kind of service by talking down on Freeze. You're not even hurting Freeze in no kind of way, right? Some of y'all done inconvenienced me at times in real life. You internet suckers that I ain't never met or had nothing to do with. You have caused me some real life inconveniences before, right? And probably will again. But you're never going to stop me from being me. That's what you don't understand. You're never going to stop me from being me. And even long after I'm gone, I got content that's evergreen that people are going to be able to come back and watch 5 years, 10 years, 20 years from now and soak some game up from and be inspired by you, right? And find some value in one way or another, right? Even long after I'm gone, I'm still going to be providing service to people through this content, right? So if you want to, get anything from Freeze, get that from Freeze, right? All you suckers and lames, hey man, I even wish y'all the best, even though y'all can't stand my guts. But that's just how big this game is for me, right? The game gives me a certain type of bigness that makes me even wish well on my, what many would consider to be enemies. Even though I don't consider none of y'all enemies, right? But y'all probably consider me your enemy because I remind you of another enemy that's even bigger than me, which is yourself. I remind you of why you're an enemy to yourself, right? But hey, man, Be of service. Just try it. I know you don't want to listen to me because you hate me, and I done roasted the shit out of a whole bunch of y'all, and I done got a lot of y'all wrapped up in your feelings and shit like that, and you know, you just can't stand my guts. You can't stand the thought or the sight of me or the sound of me. But hey, man, just try being of service. Just switch it up a little bit, because the shit you've been doing ain't been working for so damn long because you're not being of service to anybody. Just try being of service and see how that shit might serve you a little justice, you dig? But hey, man, I just wanted to give y'all a little bit of game, man. And again, as always, a little bit of inspiration, man. And let them suckers know, man, hey, being a sucker ain't gonna never prosper, right? As long as you a sucker, you can put out content to your heart's content. Hey, man, the algorithm gonna stay in pocket on your dog ass. But let that marinate on your mind one time, man. Freezes it. Go ahead, put some of this good old love in your body like so. And of course, as always, long live the incomparable Sinful to P. We out. Dig this.
Yeah.
I've been stroking relentless to get waves like this. I spoke into existence for her to pay like this. In the trenches on a day like this, traffic consistent, and so I have to insist that she relay my chips. It's a trap with her name on it and my game on it. Any forces coming against this game, shame on it. Standing on my pimpin' from day one and remain on it. It carried me through every terrain and I gained on it. Experience joy and pain on it, sustained on it.
But getting back to this game that I never left.
Baby, yeah,